There we go. Okay, so Sharon, you're new. Awesome. Well, welcome. Hey, that's awesome. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do today is look at me with my hands. I'm like ready. What we're going to do today. The first thing we're going to do is do a little bit of scale work. I've got it written down on the whiteboard back here. If you can see the whiteboard, you know what? I forgot to tune, so I just got to tune up real quick. Oh, that's not good. Get down there. There we go. Okay. My kids had a jam session in the studio yesterday with one of their friends. It was so much fun, you guys. So cool. All right. Can everyone see the C major scale there? I think so. Hey. Okay. So it's just your open C major. Sharon, I'm not sure if you're used to playing scales or not, but that's one of the things that it's nice to start off a practice with. Hey, is scales, and then I've got some picking patterns lined up. So C major, you can read the tab or follow along with my fingers, whatever works for you. Okay, so we'll just take it nice and slow. Let's do two plucks per. There we go. No, let's do 4 plucks. 4 plucks per note. And if you're already really confident with one picking, give yourself a challenge picking pattern. I'm going to use my thumb, just my thumb. You might want to do your bunny ear fingers. You might want to use 3 fingers. Maybe you're like feeling really fancy and you want to do like thumb, finger, finger, finger. Okay, you got 4 beats, play around with it, okay? Okay, here we go on your open C. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D. Now to open E, second string there. Then to F. G on that 3rd fret there. First string open. 2nd fret. 3rd fret. Right on. Okay, back down to 2nd fret. Open. 2nd string, fret 3. 1st fret. Now open. 3rd string, fret 2. And then open. And that's C. We're going right back up. Here we go. 2nd fret for D. E. Say the note names with me if you can. F. G. A. B. C. B. A. Right on, you guys. G. F. E. D. And C. Oh my gosh, finish it off with a nice C chord, strum straight down. All right, so were you guys able to say the note names with me? I saw some people doing that. That's super awesome. It can be hard, especially when you have to say it backwards. That took me a long time.
Can you give me, because I don't really read music and I'm trying to do what you're saying, like say the notes. Could you say those notes one more time and I'm going to write them down?
Absolutely. And in fact, right on the whiteboard, I'll write down the note names right next to those notes too, okay? Will that help? I think it will. So third string open is C. Second fret there is D. Second string open is E. And then first fret on that second string is F. Okay. And then third fret on that second string is G. First string open is A. Second fret on that first string is B. And third fret is C on that first string. Typically, not always, but typically I write my note names to the right of the dot. If you're ever confused about where everything lines up, that's usually how I do it. It doesn't mean everyone does, but that's usually how I do it. Either I manage to line up the letter name right in the dot, or I put it to the right. When I was learning to do that, I actually had to practice just doing the C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. I had to practice just saying it because it's hard to say it backwards. It's really hard for me. It's still kind of, I go, you know, every time I have to do it. So it might be worth your while to just practice saying those notes forwards and backwards, and then remove that trippy bit from the equation so that you can practice a scale and say those notes because you've already practiced saying them. I mean, it saved me a lot of misery, I have to say. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is your A minor natural scale, which we've done many, many times, but we haven't played it lately. So I thought it'd be really kind of nice to toss that one in there. And that one, look at that. I didn't write it out as a scale chart. You've just got your fret numbers and your note names written underneath it. Now I know it might be tiny, so don't worry about it. We'll just do it all together. First string open, and now let's just do a single pluck on each one and find it, and then we'll see what we're gonna do. All right, I always get so excited about these things. All right, so first string open is A, and if you've played it many times before, then play around with different picking patterns while I do this. Second fret is B, third fret is C. Now I'm going to do a position change. So that means that my index finger, wherever my index finger is, will tell me what position I'm in. Now I'm in fifth position for D. E on the seventh fret. I'm going to change positions again, just for the heck of it. Eighth fret, F. This is a natural scale, so it has the same note names as C. So now we're going to hit G on the 10th fret. And I'm just spreading my fingers apart here because the frets are so tiny up here. I can do this. 12th fret for A. Okay, let's go back down to G on the 10th fret. Use whatever fingers you need to. Okay, and now F on the 8th fret. E on the 7th fret. Get it right on. D on your 5. C on your 3rd fret. E on your 2nd fret. A open. Yep, Barb?
You said 8th fret, but on your thing over there it says 9th fret.
Oh my gosh, that's a boo-boo. Thank you, Barb. I'm just going to fix that. Thank you. Anytime you guys see a boo-boo, please let me know, because I'm happy to fix my boo-boos. Also, it's...
I didn't know it was a boo-boo. I thought...
Well, you never... And that's why it's good to ask, right? Oh, it's awesome. Thank you. Oh, I've had my coffee down here long enough. It's become chilled gourmet coffee. Oh, so good.
So 9th is the right one, is that right? Yes?
8.
Or 8?
8 is the
Eighth.
correct one. Yeah.
Okay.
I have fixed it here. Now it's a little snowman kind of thing. My gosh. Yeah. Okay. So that pattern, that natural minor pattern, can be applied to any string. It's just a single string scale, but it's nice on that first string for our purposes for what we're going to be doing next. So let's run up and down there again, and I'll make sure I see the 8th fret there.
Can I ask a question?
Yep.
Why is it called a natural? It doesn't sound natural. The one we just did before the C sounds more natural than this one.
Well, it's called a natural minor scale because no note has been altered. Now, see how I underlined the 10? Let me horse around with this scale for you guys. A natural minor scale, in this case, the A minor natural scale, uses exactly the same notes as the C major scale. So these are two different types of scales. I'm going to play it again and just listen to the notes, okay? It's got a bit of a dark sound to it because it starts on the note A and ends on the note A. This is also referred to as the Aeolian mode. I'm going to write that down because it's kind of cool. Now, what I'm going to do, so where am I going to write it? I'll write it down here. A-E. I think I spelled that right. Now, if I take that 10th fret note and change it to an 11, then it becomes a harmonic minor. And wait till I play that. Then you'll be like, oh, that's a minor sound that I'm used to. Okay. Now it's no longer not natural. It's been altered and turned into a harmonic minor. And doesn't that sound cool? Oh, so nice. There's another type of minor scale, but we don't need to think about that so much. It's just, I like the conversation that goes around this term, natural. Like what is that, right? So natural, unaltered. So I changed this so that those two frets were right next to each other, and that gives it that really dark sound, right? That kind of exotic sound, that tension. That tension is amazing. So that's a harmonic minor when you do that, when you change it to fret 11 on a single string. But for our purposes today, I'm going to bring it back down to the 10th fret.
Tina, can you say it again? It's harmonic?
Yeah, harmonic minor.
Minor, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's got a really cool sound, right? Now, think about for Elise, starts off with that sound, that, and it's that tension. Oh, yeah, tension and then release. You get a lot of that when you have it as a harmonic minor. So we're not going to do that though. We're going to do the natural minor right now, but make a note. Maybe you want to practice it as a harmonic minor. Super fun. But I want to show you guys a couple picking patterns. Okay, and this is where we're going to with this, because this is part of some of that. Remember how we've talked about like 5-minute practices? This is just an idea for you guys, something to inspire you with some different ideas. Also, maybe put down in the chat if you've been doing your 5-minute practices or 15-minute practices. Just put a yes or no, you know, if you've been doing your practice, because it's hard to keep your hands busy typing and then doing all this. 2 picking patterns. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're doing the 5-minute practices? Oh, very nice, very nice. Oh, 15 minutes daily. Ooh, she's got stepped up the 15-minute practice. That's awesome. Sharon, all the information for these things you will find on my website, tinasmusic.ca. Okay, so if you have questions, just ask away. Sometimes, yes. Hey, you know what? This is pretty good. Okay, so, right on. You guys are awesome. And if you miss a practice, it's not the end of the world. I miss practices. I think I played a lot of guitar actually yesterday. I played a bunch of punk music, but I didn't practice my ukulele that much. All right, here we go. The D major scale. Nice, Victoria. 4, 3, 2, 1 picking. Just the standard full plant. But while you're doing that, watch your thumb position. Try to avoid this. See how those two are interfering with each other? Sometimes it's just the way you hold it and you're comfortable and it's all good. But I like to do this. And that's so my thumb goes that way and doesn't get in the way of that finger. I don't overdo it. I don't go like that. But I just have it kind of like a thumbs up kind of thing. Okay. So 4, 3, 2, 1. That's our first picking pattern. The second one, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. Just try that with me a few times. Oh, I need to paint my nails. 1, 2. I have to look again and make sure I got going on. Okay, now you guys ready? We're going to go back to 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. And again. 4, 3, 2, 1. So just picking back and forth between those two picking patterns. Now we're going to do it while we play the A minor natural scale. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Okay, so what I need to do, they'll be okay. Okay, so let's hit the second fret. Okay, and we'll do 4, 3, 2, 1 twice, and then 1, 2, 3, 2. And I'll call out the picking patterns as we go, okay? Here we go. Ready? Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1 again. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 2. And again. 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, let's do it all over again. So there's a bit of tension there, hey? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 2. Up to the third fret now. Move your finger up to that. Fret 3. And again. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, let's move up to our 5th fret now. Ready? Everyone up on your 5? Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I like this one. 1, 2, 3, 2. Seventh fret. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. Up to our 8th fret now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, clashy. 1, 2, 3, 2. We'll take the clash. 10th fret now. 4, 3, 2, 1. One, 2, 3, 2. Up on your 12. Some of you may only have 12 frets. Congratulations, you've made it all the way. 1, 2, 3, 2. And used all of your frets. Now, just listen to what I do with this, okay? So I've got my 2 picking patterns. You don't have to play them in that row, like in that order. Maybe you want to do, oh, sorry. course around with it. That natural minor scale is really good for practicing picking patterns and playing around with different notes. So you can have a lot of different color, and basically you make your own song. Those of you who have done my romance, we worked on romance. Now that was quite a while back. That's written with that natural minor scale. So you can just play around with it, make your own. So those two picking patterns, oopsie, that was my guitar. It's angry now, waiting for me to play it. Those two picking patterns, I'll make sure they're in the recording here so we've got everything lined up. Nope, there we go. Those two picking patterns are just an example of something you could do. Now I use this one, 1, 2, 3, 2. My purpose behind this one was to highlight the notes of the scale. That's all. Now, let's say you're going for a jam with some people out in the nice warm southern area. And you say to yourself, it'd be really nice to have a picking pattern while they're strumming, and I would like to do something. I would suggest one of these two. You don't have to do them just like what I did, but 1, 2, 3, 2 can be kind of fun to do because it highlights, like, let's say you're doing a C chord to an A minor chord or something like that. It picks up all those sweet top notes of that first string. So I'm going to give you a demonstration of that. My purpose here was to give you a couple of familiar scales to play and ask you to practice doing that with saying your note names as well. Down here, a familiar picking pattern and one that's a bit more of a challenge, right? Because it's a little bit different. And if you use these two to play around with this scale, you write your own songs, you guys. It's going to be so cool. You're going to find something in there where you're like, oh, I love it. Or you'll get inspired and you'll be like, oh, I'm going to make up my own different picking pattern because there's something in there I want to do. Well, then do it. Have fun with it. All right, so here I am, and I'm playing along with people, and I'm like, well, I don't know quite what to do, but I'm going to do some picking. I remember what I could do. Okay, so you're in 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you just feel like picking on the beat, right? So I just did my C chord, and I used my 1, 2, 3, 2 picking. It sounds kind of neat, and it's nothing, it's the same picking pattern over and over and over again. It's just the chords change. So if you have the chance to play with other people and you want to play around with something like that, make sure that the chords on this hand are ones that are not going to be killer for you, so that you can just kind of practice. So key of C, like a 2-chord song or something with chords that you're familiar with, and maybe you'll be strumming along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got it now. I'm just giving as an example, going back and forth between the C and the G7 and showing that if you have 4 beats, you could strum it like a down, down, up, down, down, up. Or you pick, basically you're picking all downs, down, 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 down. So you can line it up together. Or you could do, to pick a picking pattern that you like that's got 4 plucks to it. Nothing wrong with that. So it's a way that you can just play around, and maybe it'll work out and maybe it won't. And if it does, great. And if it doesn't, that's not the end of the world. You just play around some more, and have fun. So that's what I say. And then if you're playing something in 3/4 time, 3 plucks, right? Oops. I'm grabbing my coffee at the same time that I'm playing my ukulele. Pick 3 strings that you want to play over and over again. Maybe 3, 2, 1. Keep it simple. And for everyone that's working on their 5-minute practices or 15-minute practices, playing familiar chords and a picking pattern at the same time, I think does double duty with some of those practices, Play around like that. Find a picking pattern you like, slap some chords on it, and just have a good time with it. Then, when you have a chance to get together with people, you'll have a chance to try out something, a little bit different aside from just the standard strumming. Use your skills, right? Have a good time with it. It's so much fun. All right, now. Oops. Whoa. Oh, what happened there? That was weird. Did my screen just go kind of glitchy? No, just my computer? Oh my gosh. Fortunately, a new computer has arrived, and maybe, I don't know what's going to happen with this one. Morning meditation. Let's run through that a little bit because it stays on the thought about the picking patterns. Now, Sharon, I'm going to drop my email address right in a direct message to you. Or not email address, my website. If I can spell it right. Oh my gosh. Hear how I have to clack? It was like really slow with one finger because I kept messing it up. There, I did it. The part 1 of morning meditation, just as a little review, picking pattern stays the same. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. So let's do that part right now. Get that picking kind of lined up. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 3. And then 1, 3, 2, 3. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. One more time, and then we'll start playing the music. All right, let me share the screen. Okay. So here we are, just on the first line there. We've got our A sus4 chord, and just nice and slow. 2, 3. For A sus4, pickings 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Next bar, play the same thing. Okay, up to our 5th fret, let's go. Same picking. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Next line, we repeat it. And maybe I'll let all my notes ring out that time. Let's see. Ah, I did it. Back down to your 2nd fret. And repeat. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Okay, now we're on that last line. I'm using my middle finger on the 5th fret, index on the 4th. Shifting down to 4th fret and 3rd fret. Back to 2 and 2. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4th fret. Okay, were you guys able to work through that okay-ish? Yeah. Do you want to play through that part one more time? Yeah? Okay. All right, let's do it. So back up the top there. Remember, I use my middle finger on my 4th fret all the way along, and then it gives me a chance to move between chord shapes comfortably. And I just let them slide up and down my frets like little trains. Here we go. Ready, go. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. And again with that A sus4. 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Now shifting up to the 5th fret and then the same picking pattern. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Next line, it's the same thing. 5th fret there. 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Okay, now down to the 2nd fret chord and same picking. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. And again. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Last line, middle finger goes up to the 5th fret, index on the 4th fret on that next string. Play just 4, 3, 2, 3. Okay, and now shift down to frets 4 and 3. Good. 4. Okay, and now the last bar is 4, 3, 2, 3, 4 for your picking. Okay, now I'm going to stop sharing the screen, and I just want you guys to watch my hands as I play that. So I'm using these two. So the purpose behind this one is to practice having that finger anchored on that string, and you use it as a guide to move from one fret to another. Okay, so I'll go through, I'll play that picking. Okay, now watch my fretting hand. See how I use my middle finger to get me up there? And again. Back down. I'm purposefully doing it slow so you can see, you know, what's going on there, right? And then the last line, I've got my index and middle. 4, 3, 2, 3. Shift it back to frets 4 and 3. I just want to have a quick check-in with people. So this one's nice in terms of timing because there's nothing weird going on, right? It's just everything's, you know, you've got all your 8th notes, everything's covered. So no weird rhythms. It's just all about that picking. Now that next part, I look so serious right now. Hey, I'm just like, gotta do this. The next part gets a little wild, right? Like wild looking, but you've got to remember it's just 2 chord shapes that you go back and forth between. Morning meditation part 2. So I just want to check in with you guys before we do it and see how, did you guys get a chance to practice through that second part? I guess that's my question, is if anyone had much of a chance to practice through that second part.
When you finish the first part, you go right into the second part?
When I finish the first part, what I do, because I don't have that first ending written in there. Oh, hey, I bet you I could put that in now. what I do, oh, did it. Ha. All right, let me share the screen. I just added something to it. It's good. Ha. Okay, you guys see morning meditation again there? Yeah. Look at the bottom. I just added in where it says first ending. Ah! So you play through the whole thing, and your choice is to either go back and play it again, and then just play to the first bar on the bottom line, and then skip over to the second sheet. Or if you just want to play through it one time, then skip that last bar and just go right to the second sheet, because that second sheet I'm trying to do this as a new share, but I don't know if it's going to work. Do you guys see part 2 of morning meditation? Is that on the screen there? Yeah? Oh, awesome. I always wonder, you know, I've had a bad week of sharing screens. Often people just look at themselves. I don't know. The struggle is real for me sometimes, let me tell you. So then that last bar of the first page would be replaced by ending number 2 there at the top of the page. Now, what I want to do is stop sharing that for a second. I just want you to watch my hands while I play, okay? There we go. So you got 2 chords. By all means, if you've got the music downloaded or printed, play along with me. But I just want you to watch that back and forth. So it's still the same picking pattern. 4, 3, 2, 3, but now we've modulated. We've changed keys. Instead of that A minor sound, now we're in this A sound. And I drop my middle finger down. Lift it. 4, 3. Put it down. And lift it. It's like sit-ups. Now I keep it down. And drag it up to that 5th fret. 4th fret. 7th. When you're looking at the sheet music, because you know now that it's the same chord shape all the time, you can just look at the note on the 4th string as your guide. See how I shifted my hand back and I got that harmonic? Victory! All right, so when you play it faster, and then the next part we're going to tumble. Sounds hard, right? It's not. It's 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. We're not going to do that part this week. This is just a preview, but look, my fingers stay the same. Watch. And then just shift down 1 fret. But when you do it fast, it sounds kind of tricky. It's not. It just looks tricky. All right. Oh, Victoria, you've got to go. Dinner's ready. Okay, bye. Have a good dinner. All right. Let's take a look at this screen now. Just keeping in mind that it's just that one picking pattern that moves around. We're going to just take not a huge amount of time with it, because I need to work on Fields of Gold, that timing. I want to just talk about level 1 timing with Fields of Gold as well. But let's go through this. So let's make our A for the first bar. So fingers 2 and 1. Picking pattern remains the same. 4, 3, 2, 3, and then repeat it. Picking's the same. 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Ring finger goes down on that second fret, makes an F sharp minor. 4, 3, 2, 3. Now lift it off. Back to A there. Okay, line 2, finger goes back down. 4, 3, 2, 3. Finger goes off. 4, 3, 2, 3. Fingers down. Now I want you to just take a look really at the notes on that 4th string. Okay, so 2nd string, we play there. 4, 3, 2, 3. Shift everything up to that 5th fret. Yeah, right on. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 3. Now shift it down to your 4th fret. That position stays the same. Okay, up to the 7th fret. Yeah, you guys, that's awesome. 3rd line, so we're on the 5th fret. 9th fret. Ah, cool. 7th fret. Okay, up to 10. And keep going up now, up to 11. And 12. And that last bar that has a rest is a boo-boo. It should have a harmonic on the 12th fret of the 1st string. How are you guys doing with that harmonic? Got some head nods, some head shakes. Sit and play around with that harmonic on your 3rd string because it's the fattest string. Unless you have a low 4 tuning, then play around with it on that one. Because those strings are more responsive. They're easier to get that harmonic.
How does a harmonic note look in tablature?
Well, I was about to plop that puppy in there, see if I can do it here. There. So typically, oops. Would look like that. That's what should have been there. Did you guys see it there on the screen where it's got like a little, it's the little arrowy things are to indicate this diamond kind of shape. So that's how it would look in tablature there, just a 12 with those around it. Now what I would like to do is play this again. I was hoping to get my little highlighter marker again. I have to learn how to be better with this program. Oh well, I'm doing more with it than I thought I could. You guys ready to play again? Let's do it. Yes! Okay. All right, so you make your A chord. Sharon, you are totally rocking this. Thank you so much for joining us today. So awesome. Okay, you got your A. Here we go. Picking 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 3, and again with your A. Oh, that's cool. Okay, now that finger goes down to make the F sharp minor. 4, 3, 2, 3, finger off. 2nd line there, finger goes back down. Right on. Finger off for your A. Okay, and now we're getting busy. Finger stays down. 2nd fret. 3, 2, 3. Everything goes up to that 5th fret now with that middle finger. Good. 4th fret. Up to your 7th. Look at you guys. It's so cool. 5th fret. 9th fret. 7th fret. Okay, 10th fret. Okay, shift it up to your 11th. and 12. And the 12th fret harmonic. You guys, it looks so cool from my side of the screen because I can see everyone's hands just a going, and you guys look really pro. It's so cool. So cool. Oh. Okay. Now, something that's really neat to watch, I have to stop sharing the screen so you guys can all see my face better. Something that's so cool to watch is watching you guys take that chord shape and just move it. And I see this amazing look. Like, we're pretty coordinated moving it around. It's really neat, you know, but it's the fact that I see this. You're reaching with that middle finger and using it as your point, like wherever you're going, you know, you're doing that. And I see that middle finger come up and put on the brakes and go down where that movable chord needs to go. You guys should be very proud of yourselves. I'm super proud of you guys. It's really neat. I just feel really good about that. So when you practice it, just keep splitting it in two parts like that, okay? So that you can get the feel of the two parts, and then bloop, put them together. That's so neat. Now, I know that some people were really having a pain with Fields of Gold with the timing. So what I did was I sat and I went through level 1. Oh, I almost finished it. I'll show you what I did. I'll show you my homework. I've been writing in the counting for all the way along so that you guys can see it. Break it all down. Anytime you have timing that's weird, break it all down into eighth notes. Just put it all down into that. Okay. Now, I'm going to finish typing it right now so you guys can see what I'm doing and I can talk to you while I do it. Anything that's in a bracket in the tablature, I will also put in a bracket in my timing. Okay. So where I am right now, that beat is tied. So you count it, but you don't play it. You just let it ring out. So you don't play it a second time. So that's why I did that in a bracket. And that 3 is, I'll just move this a little bit down so you can see it a bit more. That 3 is played. Next to that, we've got some rest. So we've got 1 and I'm going to bracket up again because we count it, we acknowledge it, but we don't do anything there for this level. So I'm breaking everything down into my eighth note. So 1 and 2 and 3 and now I'm going to be, things aren't lined up perfectly. It's just the best I can. Right underneath that 3 and 2. Okay, that's beats 4 and. And I move along. Now that open, that's a quarter note. So I'm going to put 1 and under it to make sure I'm following the whole, you know, all my beats, right? All my eighth notes. I'm going to have to make this font size a little tinier to fit everything in, I think, hey? Uh-oh. That kind of messed things up, didn't it? That's okay. 1 and 2, and I just wanted to be able to line it up a little bit more and get out of the way of those different endings I've got written there. So 1 and 2 and. The next beat is going to be 3 and, but that's a rest, right? So I got to put brackets around it. I don't play anything there, but I'm counting it. And now what I'm under right now, do you guys see where I am right now? That's the one that usually screws people up because that's an eighth note by itself. Those 3 notes there under that F where it's 0, 3, 3, you play it 0, 3, 3, 1 and 2 and. Okay, 1 and 2 and, but it can be daunting to read this sort of stuff. And you see a lot of these rhythms in the daily ukulele book too. So it's important to say to yourself, okay, well, what am I? Oh, sorry. 1 and 2 and. I wrote in the wrong counting. Whenever I'm in doubt with my counting, I start from my 4th beat and I work back. There we go. That's better. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and try clapping it with me. Just that bar that I just did there where I screwed it up. It's so good. Okay, so we're just right here. Okay. I'm going to count it and clap it at the same time. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I whisper my beats. I whisper anything that's in a bracket. So that way I know I'm acknowledging it, but I'm not playing anything there. So that one right there, now I'm going to play the notes, okay? Except if I highlight it, I think I'm going to put letters or something on it. So I'm going to go 3, 3, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm taking the bars one at a time to do this. Now down here, that last bar, or that last line, I've got a 1 in brackets. And if I pull that down, you can see it's got that single line under that. So in this tablature, that means it's a full beat, right? So I'm going to put 1, oops, and then move along. I try to not do a ton of theory in here because I want to mostly focus on finger picking skills, but I mean, everything ties in with each other, right? Okay, so 1 and that's in brackets. I'm going to put this up on my website too, you guys, just so you know. All my homework gets put up. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I just wanted to make sure I did that right. Then we're going to play through this. We better play through it with what I've got written right now because it's just that last bar that's done. Take a look here. Okay, so I'm going to play through.
Tina,
Yep.
your spacing in that last bar you did is a little wonky after you just did
Sure is.
that last change.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that looks okay there now. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go through. I'm going to play this and I'm going to do all my counting, but I can't do my counting and say the tab notes. So you guys are going to just have to help me too. Here we go. 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That boo boo there. There. Okay. I'm going to do that bar again under that F. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And next line 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and line 3 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So this is the part where you can do the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and any picking you want. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and next line 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 Oh, I need a sip of coffee first, so that was a lot of counting. I don't know if I took a breath in there. Let's do this, you guys. Let's play it together. Maybe you already played it with me. I don't know. If you've already played it with me, we're playing it again. If you haven't yet, we're doing it now. All right. Ready? I'll count to 3 and then we start. 1 and 2 and 3 and 3, 2, oh, 3, 3, 2, oh, 3, oh, 3, 4, oh, oh, 3, 3, oh, 2, 3, and 3, 2, oh, 3, 3, 2, next line there, 3, oh, 3, and 2, oh, 1, oh, oh, 3, 2, oh. Do your own picking. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. F. C. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 3, 2, next line, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 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 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now, did that make a bit more sense for you guys with all that counting laid out? I see a thumbs up, and then I see some people are like, "Oh my gosh, I need more coffee." Oh, let's give ourselves a break, you guys. That was a really intense lesson. Oh. Okay, so I'll put that up with the counting. Go back to Fields of Gold, just level 1. Work through all that if you have any questions about timing, okay? Oh. And then you should be able to apply that to level 2. Okay. Was anyone else counting while they were playing? Because I was trying to do everything, but it was like, so at some points I feel like I was holding my breath while I was still counting at the same time. Oh my gosh. But hopefully it's a bit of a guide for you guys to also go through and write in some of that counting on the other songs. Yeah. Good. You know what? I'm so happy that even though I canceled Adobe, that part still stays on, because I can go through and I can do that with a lot of that music now. That'll make life easier for everybody. That's super awesome. All right. So folks, I'm going to stop the live stream now. And thank you so much.